Hi. It's too dark, eh? Hmm. I'll just turn the card over and see if you can see it. That's really dark. 1 second. Allow me to turn the light on. Okay. That's better. Okay, so today is your daily reading. All of the signs. I'm doing air, earth, water, fire. I want to start with air. Just trying to get this set up. Bear with me. I think that's good. Okay, I want to start with air because our Mercury is in Gemini and we're also in Gemini season, which means that we are very sociable, we're very communicative, and I just feel like all of us sort of have this Gemini energy or attributes to us. So, like, whatever sign we are, Gemini is like creeped in there the way that Geminis are, and I dig it. I think it's really awesome. Geminis, I'm Pisces, so Gemini is, there's a duality between Pisces and Gemini. We're both like double people, double signs. Just lighting some this. I don't know. I feel like this. I don't know. When like I was gonna go on, I just felt this tightness in my stomach, like a really nervousness. Maybe because like we want to communicate things, and I don't know. It's like we're sort of, I feel like we're evaluating ourselves and our lives and cutting out the bullshit. Like we just won't have any of that. So it's kind of hard, like when you want to speak your truth in your mind, but like you're so intelligent, like you just know what's going to happen if you do. And people don't always see it in the way of the speaker. But that's just how she goes. And I feel like no matter if what, as long as you don't allow someone else's, view to affect what you know. Like if you actually know something, and that's kind of the killer about it, is like, I don't know. So I'm going to do air for all air signs. So that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We're going to start with that. And I'm going to ask because they'll pop up, they'll pop back if that wrote it down. First card, how you're feeling. Second card is your advice, and then the third is like coming towards you. And then I'm gonna do like a Celtic cross spread. First card is how you're feeling. Second card is your advice. Okay, there's our first card. This is our second, and oh, I just missed it. Maybe this is, yeah. We'll see. Maybe that one. Let me see. Was it this other card? Please show me. It's this one. Okay. I flipped it over and it's like I wasn't trying to, but it made sense. So sorry, I keep looking at my paper because I wrote it down. I have a memory problem. So we have the Eight of Wands in reversed. So how you're feeling is no longer stuck, no longer like being attacked. I feel like this had a lot to do with your emotions and your passion and your drive, and the fact that like it's like you're double Gemini or double Aquarius or double Libra at this point, because we're in Gemini season, or you basically are Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius and have these Gemini attributes. And definitely if you're Gemini, it's like, whoa, I just feel like Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, like air is so I want to say mental, but I don't mean mental as in like insane or anything. I mean mental as in mindset, like smart. And I believe that like speaking your mind, speaking your truth, I feel like you're very intelligent, and people don't always like what they like. They want to hear what they want to hear. They don't like when they're wrong. And if you're right, and being an 8, like you were always giving, and then now I just feel like you're not going to give and then be heartbroken anymore. There's no, I feel like you feel free from being like the fact that you were always being attacked, like verbally, just based on the fact that you like felt what you felt and said what you felt, or like knew what you knew. Or maybe you just felt like you couldn't talk, and now all of a sudden you feel free from feeling like you're going to be attacked because you're just more in your power. You've just come into. Next card is your advice. So your advice is the Prince of Cups. It would be like Knight or Prince Cups. It's in reverse though. Um, so your advice is to focus on. You may already know this because it's in reverse. Then that means just your advice is to keep doing what you're doing, like not in this mindset anymore. And just to focus on the cups, like filling cups, no matter about the cups that you couldn't fill or that weren't full for you. Um, feel like focus on showing off, like show yourself. You're no longer in this place. And then who's coming towards you? So I feel I feel like this makes so much sense. I feel like people are kind of upset, and I think that if you did travel someone into the past, met back up with some people, someone from your past, maybe a past lover, went back to a past job, like there's some regrets on the other parties, um, like some regrets that they're feeling because it's like you're you've you've just left. That sort of you're not there anymore. I feel like you're no longer in the past. I feel like this was in reverse, which would mean that they're all in reverse, which would be a very good thing because no matter the energies, it's just in reverse. I see them as like you see it. You're no longer in that place, so you're no longer like I feel like you're no longer looking to have this. It's like you're like, yay, I have it. You're no longer feeling like this. You were feeling like that. You're feeling like this, and then you really wanted to feel like this, and now you don't feel like this anymore, and you see that, so now you see that you're actually like this, and you don't have to worry about becoming like that. And people may be trying to, you may know this, that people are thinking about you, and they're kind of in pain about the fact that have you've figured that out, and you aren't going to allow their abuse, their verbal or physical or anything type of abuse. And it may be that, I mean, this is also like an air sign card. So there could be an air sign that's from your past that wants to reconnect with you and sees how good you're doing, and now they want to reconnect. Or they want to, whatever it is, they're bringing pain, they're bringing a certain mindset with them, whereas you're freed from this. And maybe they want to bring you along on their misery, and their misery boat, their misery tour down misery lanes, and you're not going. Okay, so I'm going to get into the Celtic cross spread. that's the one. Okay, so in your position of the situation, wow, it's like the easiest one to remember. The situation is you feel free, you're grabbing hold of your desires, and you're on a new path now where nothing's stopping you. Everything in this picture is lovely. We have clouds, there's divine growth here. And he's very sure, whatever this person is grabbing on with surety, that that's all he desires and that's all he's going to get. And there's lots of growth because there is leaves coming off of the stick. Maybe this could be signing contracts. Maybe you signed a contract for something, a new, to buy a home or something. Maybe that person wants to come and move in and bring their pain with them, but their misery. But this just really tells me that there's a new beginning that you're on. Your challenge. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups. So this is like celebrating. It's coming to a point where all of your cups are filled. So maybe your challenge is to, I guess what we focus on builds our reality. So really just focus on the fact that you have full cups at this point. I'd say like maybe it's like you see that you have this, but then there's also this, like, because maybe you lost a lot in the past, that your challenge is to not lose faith or lose hope or look at it in the form of cups. Because I feel like it's really just you. It's like who you are to be. And tens are really ones in the end. So you have this fresh start. And it's, go on. Will you please, I want to keep going with this. Okay, so your basis of the situation, I'm going to ask clarification after because I just don't want to mess up the thing, okay? So, the basis of your situation is I believe she's, because it doesn't say, it just says it's number 11. I can't remember which one that is. I feel like Empress. Okay, I'll just explain that she is in touch with herself. She has control over her mind. She has control over her thoughts. She's very controlled, and she what's it called? She does this. She balances things out. This is the Libra card, so you may be a Libra or have lots of Libra in your chart. That it could be other air sign too, and you've taken on this balance. So the basis of your situation is you've created balance for yourself, a new beginning where there's lots of balance. Your challenge is to not lose hope, I feel, because this is a very hopeful card. And maybe your challenge is to I'm going to need to get clarification on that because like just the fact that it's in your challenge position. Weighing, that's the word I was looking for. Weighing your options before you make a decision to speak. You're weighing the thoughts back and forth and maybe thinking, if I say this, what will come about it? How will they respond? You're not just making decisions on impulse. You're very smart. Okay, next we have the past. So the Page of Swords. Oh, this was in reverse, so maybe. Okay, so maybe you see that. We'll just move on. Okay, so the Page of Swords in reverse. So the Page of Swords is, he's looking out onto maybe a new beginning. I feel like like taking with him what he knows. I feel like he's learned some stuff and now he's opinionated, but there's no sense of ego in this picture one bit. It's like learned things, but you're not cruel about it. It's like maybe you kind of was like, this is how it's gonna be. This is how I want it. This is what I've decided. But you didn't place any like pain. You weren't mean at all. You were very kind. And you, being in reverse, you saw this and you decided that you would be this way. You made this decision on your own, and I feel like that was a very new thing for you to do. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like in your mind you were like very surprised and happy with yourself that you did this. I feel like it brought you some grace from within, you know? Okay, your situation is lots in reverse. So we're seeing what's going on here. We've got the Two of Swords in reverse. So she is normally blindfolded. She's blindfolded herself. She's covering her heart with her thoughts. She's sort of like, I don't want to see what's going on yet. She's waiting for the perfect timing where she's going to see all of it. She's not quite sure. She doesn't want to make a decision yet. Even if she knows what she should do, she's not deciding yet because she feels like the time is not right. She's waiting for the moon to be full. So maybe waiting on this new moon that's coming up. Uh, Once the 12th hits, the June 12th, Mercury will not be in Gemini anymore. We will not feel this great need to communicate. And maybe without this dire need to communicate, maybe this is the time where you are testing yourself and you are trying to change those ways where you just jump on impulse and stuff like that. In reverse, you know what I mean? Waiting. In the near future, we have lots of swords going on. We have the King of Swords in reverse. So I feel like he's kind of, there's a butterfly, there's butterflies in this photo, and there's birds which flying in the wind, which symbolizes movement with thoughts, I believe. And the butterflies refer to like metamorphosis, metamorphing, changing. Maybe you can see that you're still changing. You're in this time of changing. It looks like I feel like he's removing his sword. He's got this face on him like sort of like, you think you're going to cross me. You think that, sort of. It's like, I wouldn't do it if I were you type of, sort of like, he's standing at his throne. Let's see what else. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So he's sort of building solid foundation for himself. He wishes to have everything done properly, and that is what you should focus on. I believe that's what you should focus on. Can I get clarification? Or maybe this is how, because I know that the position here, okay, so we'll just keep that here and we'll keep this there. I just don't want to lose these cards. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we already got your advice, but that's not necessarily what you should focus on. Wait, can I get clarification for this challenge, please? So the Six of Wands came up, and I wasn't quite done finished my question. I'm just not exactly feeling what they're trying to tell me. Yeah, like, you want to come out, why do you... Let me just stick this in there. Because if it really wants to come out, it's going to come out again. Can I please have clarification on this Ten of Cups as their challenge? The challenge in their situation for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Can I please get clarification on this Ten of Cups as their challenge? What is their challenge? What do they feel like they need to know? Okay, so I feel like with this Ten of Cups, there's lots of growth. You've come to a point where you have all filled cups, but there is this, I feel like there's still, and you're acknowledging this, that there's still something missing. I feel like maybe temptations, you're being tempted, and you feel like maybe you have everything under control, and that it's okay to maybe live a little and do this or do that, but you have the king, prince, because they don't say, and I'm trying to figure out if this is prince or king. I'll have to check this because it's getting to me, but we'll just go knight. I believe it's a knight of pentacles. He's gotten on his horse, right? He's he's holding something. It's like an opportunity. It's something that is very positive. It's like growth, and he's showing off. He's showing it. I really feel like you might be tempted, maybe tempted to show off a little bit, but maybe they see, like, people can see that you have all these filled cups. Like, what are you really going to get out of tempting people with this and, like, showing off? Being tempted into showing off. Or maybe you just feel really good. Or maybe it's saying, like, that don't be tempted. Don't allow this temptation to get the better of you. This temptation to, let me see, like, to tempt, I'm getting just like show off. And at the same time, I'm also getting, maybe you are in this new beginning and you have full cups, but then maybe it's not like good enough for you. Maybe you want more. Maybe you miss something. Or maybe you just simply are on the right path and don't get tempted into maybe something that looks, I heard today the phrase, not everything that's glitter is gold. So just because something looks like very charming or something that's really showing, he's showing to you something that looks appealing, it's money or whatever, but it's temptation. Like, it's that. Like, maybe there's two sides. Maybe someone looks really good. As much as they look like glitter, they're not gold. Okay. What's the outcome? We're going to go with this one. Okay, so you have a lot of offerings, lots of options. You have a lot of options. Don't allow, this could be about third party situations, getting very hurt. I'd just say it says you have a lot of options coming. Please clarify this. Okay. I want that one. Yeah. Someone might offer something to you, but maybe you have to be careful. Right. I see like you might end up, maybe if you fall for it. Because I then see you, this could all be changed, but this is just what I see if maybe you're not careful. So you might find some intuition, like your intuition will hit you. You'll be staring and you'll have these three because she's looking at the world and she's got two wands and she's holding one of them. So maybe she's having to make a decision between passions, or she's just, I'm not quite sure, but all I know is it's gained a lot of intuition, like you see things and then having to put some work in, and see another. I see like a balance of bad and good, and going to, it's like going to search again for something and realizing that you want to be like this again, and then celebrating or thinking about celebrating, thinking about coming together into a union, and sort of having like a tower moment, and then grabbing all of your mental thoughts and finding beauty in it again. I don't know, this is all like, this is supposed to be a daily reading, but let me just clarify this, the outcome. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to stick with this and say the outcome is you have a lot of options, but be careful. Should have left it here. Be careful about what you accept. And I think that you will, because you're very smart. Yeah. So we're doing, I want to do air, then earth. I want to do earth second, because let's ground ourselves. Want a little bit of earth energy after that. It's pretty good that we started with air. Get that out of the way. Oh, okay, before I forget. This card really wanted to come out, so maybe we need a little bit of love right now, just after all of that. So it says, share your heart. To love another is the ultimate expression of grace. Just gonna light some sage. Uh-oh, my twin sister just walked through the door. Whoops. My twin sister is nothing like me. Well, she could be. She's quite awesome. She's quite fun and stuff. And she can be quite sweet, but she's not spiritual at all. Well, she's a little bit, but she's not into the tarot and stuff like that. She's just a little bit into like religion. They don't want to shuffle. Like, that was better. So, Earth. So, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel this very like grounding energy, but yeah, wow, okay, so I just got like this hint of Gemini-ness. I call it Gemini-ness. It's just Gemini-ness. I don't know. That's just like what I call it. It's like Pisces-ness, Aries-ness, Taurus-ness. I don't know. I just like to call it like that. I don't know if anyone else refers to it like that, but I just think it's so cool. But it's like this grounding feeling, this grounding vibe. It's like, yeah, we're on the ground and we're chilling and whatever, but our brains are activated. Is that even okay? They are. Whoa! It's like can't even handle what's going on in my brain right now. Like what I'm thinking, I can't handle it. Um, Activated. My brain is activated. It's like I'm hella grounded, but my brain is now activated. I just like I really dig that. I really dig that a lot. Okay, so maybe you feel like you've put in some work about something. You feel like you put in some work. We'll just go. First card is how you're feeling. Second card is your advice, and third is who's coming towards you. First card is how you're feeling. How is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth signs? How are Earth signs feeling? Whoops. Okay, so you are feeling like the Four of Wands. This could be a wedding. Maybe you feel like you're feeling like you want to come together with somebody. The wheel also came out, so I feel like you're kind of waiting. Maybe you wished this, you're wishing this, and you're waiting to see if maybe it can come to fruition. I don't see any acting. I just see someone thinking about it, or maybe you wanted this, or now you're thinking that you want it, or you're imagining it or something, and you're wondering how it will come together, and you're sort of waiting and thinking. I feel like there's some thought in regards to this hourglass. It's like that. I feel like that means like you're thinking, and it's also like the time. How long? And the wheel is number 10, so it's like you're Maybe you've come to this new realization that this is what you want. And maybe you're like, this does look beautiful to me, or this looks rewarding to me, or maybe you've been wanting this, but now you have this sense of patience. Because in 3 days we're going to be leaving, Mercury will leave Gemini. So we're getting up to this. And then we'll be in Cancer. And when we go into Cancer, yeah. Sorry, I'm a little. I just know that this card talks about celebrating and like weddings. So I just feel like maybe you're waiting on a wedding, or you're waiting on a proposal from somebody, or you're waiting to see when the timing's right to offer this to somebody, or you just plain and simple want to get together with someone, or you just really want stability. You want, it's like all four. You want everything that makes up the stable foundation that you seek. You know that it's um, not only how they give, but how they are, and like how they support, and how they nurture, and or maybe you want that job, and you want that home, and you want that love, and you want it all. So maybe now you see it, and now you're waiting about it. See who's coming towards you. Who's coming towards? Okay. Okay, so love is coming towards you. Someone that has maybe what you're seeking. Or maybe like maybe the marriage is going to be happening. Maybe the coming together will happen. So that's pretty neat. We have the Lover's card. This could be a fire sign, earth sign, someone with both fire and earth in their chart. Could also have air in his or her chart. I said his, maybe. These people are very much in love. They are for each other. This could be like maybe a twin flame, or I'm getting a very, very big bond. There's lots of chemistry. Okay, so now we'll do this Celtic cross spread. I feel like that one just wanted to come out. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse. This guy wants to fight for it. Like, this guy is ready to build. He's ready to. He's been working hard. I feel like he's very strong, and he has lots of passion and drive. And no matter what gets in his way, he's going to fight for it. So the basis of your situation is maybe a message to say, if you really want something, you must fight for it. You can't just sit there and not go for it. If you really wanted something to happen, if you want to come together with someone, you have to open up your mouth and you have to say it. And there's no wrong in that. And I honestly believe that if someone like retaliates, or they're very you say your feelings to someone, like you're acting in the best interest, you're communicating, and when somebody turns around and they're kind of snobby and they're mean and it doesn't go well, it's not really necessarily on you, unless you started a big tango, but at the end of the day, it's If you're just speaking your truth and you are looking out for someone's feelings at the same time, I don't think that you should be afraid to say how you're feeling. I think that you should be like this guy and just go for it. This guy just talks. Like, we have some blue in here, so um, he's got lots of passion and drive, and I don't think anything stops him. And I think that he communicates his feelings with no problem with what's going to happen. And that's how you should be, because that's how you're going to get what you want. People may be able to read your mind, but we have, yeah, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. So people may be able to read your mind and they see what's going on, but they don't. You need to speak up. It shows people that you care enough about it, like to drop down your, let go of your ego or let go of the outcome. It shows people how much you want it. Okay. Um, challenge in the situation. Okay. Okay. Was this the challenge? I really can't remember what I asked. So maybe your challenge is like how you, what you think of your challenge to be would be getting this. Maybe this is somebody that you're looking at, or maybe this is an energy you'd like to gain with somebody, or maybe you'd like your challenge is seeing her or him like this in their own power with the long hair, which power, because if they say if you cut off your hair, you cut off your power. So she has lots of growth, she has lots of beauty, not only within her or him, but beautiful things around. And this is a very feminine energy. So this does go back to the ego, and maybe you feel like if you don't, if you say or you try to come off as how you feel or see a feminine energy to be. Whereas a feminine energy, I'll tell you, that's just major strength. You know how strong it takes loads of strength to say, look, I'm gonna say this no matter what the outcome is. These are my feelings, and I take mad pride in my feelings, and I will say what I want, no matter how I appear to you. I don't know why I had to reconnect, but yeah, don't hold back. Like, and just because someone seems very powerful and in their element, I think that she's kind. I think that is, she cares about growth. So she probably cares about you, or he cares about you. We see the basis of the situation. Right. So this guy, he's a fighter. He's emotional, yeah, but he's got power behind his emotions. He's grown in a way. He's blossomed into he's very masculine, but he is also feminine. So the basis of your situation is finding this. He's got lotus flowers on his, whatever you call it. I don't want to call it a skirt, but because I don't think it is. It's more just like he's clothed, he's covered. Um, there is a wave and it looks like it's knocking down this like giant rock or whatever you call it. I don't know. It appears like it's the waves coming up into it and I feel like it's knocking over. So behind him, he's going to fight. Behind him, it's like, not to say that he doesn't see that, but like I don't think that he really cares what's going on behind the scenes, no matter if behind his speech he's really getting devoured by his ego like he hasn't. He's let it down, let it go. Um, okay, what's going on? I just want to shuffle. Okay, one more. Okay. So in the recent past, this makes more sense. You had the Eight of Swords. I feel like she has just given a lot to something mentally. She's given a lot to something, too much mentally. Put a lot of mind into it, and she feels trapped. He or she feels trapped. So maybe in the past you felt trapped, and maybe you said more. Maybe you were this person who fought, in a sense, and said what it was that you wanted, and it left you feeling like this before. But this person that you're dealing with may be the same person from the past, and they're no longer the same person that they were. They take things differently. They deal with things differently. They won't make you feel like this again. Yeah. So, your strength. This, like, Seven of Swords. I feel like because he's picking up these swords. Had it in reverse. Okay. Okay, I like this a lot. Okay, I just wanted to put them all down because now I want to ask for clarification for this Seven of Swords in reverse as your strength. Whoops, that's it. We've got the Two of Pentacles, making decisions. Then we have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Cups, right? Makes more sense. Six of Cups. Maybe people... I feel like... See, your strength is... I mean, you may not see it, but maybe you see... Maybe you see it like how this Seven of Swords in reverse is. Because in the upright, he's kind of picking up his swords and he looks like he's about to leave. He's kind of like, I don't need this. I get the sense like he's looking at his past. He's like, I don't need this. That he's in reverse, and this is your strength. So your strength is, maybe you found like a balance in you and you don't see how much you can offer somebody. Maybe you have a lot to offer. You have a balance. Or maybe your strength is the fact that you feel like that, but really you were chosen. Someone made a decision and felt this about you. They felt like you had something to offer. They felt like, it's also six, so it could talk about the past. It's getting something that you've been longing for. Six is about receiving something. So maybe they felt like they could receive from you. And maybe this is something that you have. Like this is a strength for you. Like I said, maybe you just don't see that. But, because I feel like there was lots of ego going on here. Once you let go of that, you won't feel that way anymore. We have you're very intuitive. She knows the darkness to the light and the lightness to the darkness. When you've got both, you've got a balance between your light side and your dark side. When we have like a balance between the two, it's just perfect. Things are just perfect. We're very intuitive. So this is your near future. This could be starting to happen now. We have beautiful Two of Cups, could be a Leo that maybe you should focus on, or maybe this Leo like energy. Maybe you've got Leo in your chart. You need to focus on that characteristic of yourself. This could also be like focus on coming together with somebody. Focus on the love that these two people share. They've got lots of passion and they're nurturing each other. They really are. And we have the Lovers card. This is in the position of how others affect you. Maybe you are, maybe you see people that match. You see people that come together and they just look so perfect. You know, maybe this person is the lightness to their darkness and it all just looks really perfect to you. Or maybe you're not wanting this person to have this with somebody else. It's that is you're being affected like that. Maybe it puts you here. Because you know that uh, if you acted like this guy, that you could be maybe with this person, and you don't want this person to be with somebody else. And maybe because we have lots of things in reverse, is that your challenge? Like you see that you just need to act and get over whatever it is. Your hopes and fears is that you will work on it, or if you do work on it, that you won't be working on it for nothing. You want to be like, you want to put out the energy, but when you know you're going to receive that in return, because you don't want to feel like this. This is your outcome. This is the Virgo card. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn reading, very grounded energy. This person goes sort of like into their own cave and does a lot of soul searching. So maybe your outcome will be that you will have been doing this and you'll come out of this, whatever's going on here that you need to get past. Um, you're going to be like yourself and you're going to go in, or maybe this is just the outcome to all of this. But I take this card as a good thing because when I do this, when I pull a hermit, I figure things out about myself. I figure out what I need to do. And you're in protective zone. Like whatever light you do have, whatever knowledge you do have and all of that, like it's not leaving. You're protecting what you do have. Sort of like hibernating. So that's your outcome. So I see good in that. Okay. And remember, this was for everyone, this card. Love. It says, share your heart. To love another is the ultimate expression of grace. To ultimately love another. You know, like loving another is that unconditional love. There's no love. There's no such thing as love. Well, that's not what I meant. There's no such thing as love that isn't unconditional love, is what I meant to try to say. That's the only love there is unconditional love. And if you don't unconditionally love someone, then you don't really love them. I'm sorry to break that bubble or burst that, but it's really, really, really true. And you could unconditionally love someone, but there could be something in the way. But that's a message for everyone. Okay. So now I did air and earth, fire and water. Okay. I want to take this rose quartz. I want to put it right here. Okay. So fire. To think how fire would be feeling right now as we are in Gemini season. So very passionate. Trust me, I know because my moon is in Aries. I'm a Pisces sun, Aries moon, Cancer ascendant, and I have Venus in Aquarius. Yeah. So I know that passionate energy, that passionate drive, and then to top it off with this intelligence from the Gemini. Geminis know, very intuitive. They have eyes in the back of their head. So, and with Mercury and Gemini, lots of eager need to like communicate. Yeah, this might be how you're feeling. See, how is fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. How is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius feeling? Why are these cards being crazy? Do some more shuffling. Just like forcefully shuffle these right now. That was like the best shuffle I'd ever done. I don't even know if that's possible. It feels good when you shuffle, like it goes perfect. Sometimes I really just don't want to shuffle. Okay, how is fire signs feeling? I'm gonna go with, I feel like this end card, right? Something about thoughts, action, community, and with his wings being so red, so it's like fiery wings, like being guided. Communicate feelings. He also seemed like sort of turned around, like he is changing his mind, he's going a different direction. And the horse is like, huh, okay, and going, the horse always listens. Not always, but in this case, I feel like I feel like it looks like he's looking down. But he's definitely turning the horse around. Maybe he had something to communicate. And he changes his mind. Let's see the advice. What advice for... Okay, it's that one. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. So the advice is to take action. Something to do with your feelings, your passions. No holding back. If it's your heart we're talking about, there's no wrong. Nothing's wrong. There's whatever it says is right. It's telling you something. Don't turn yourself around because of something else. I mean, you're feeling very, there's lots of action, communication, this types of feelings, and depending on what's in your chart, you might feel a little bit confused. Or it might be new to you, something new. But the message is to take action no matter what. I don't feel like he lets anything get in his way. That was for the earth signs reading. And there is a little bit of earth in here. I see growth. I see leaves on the wands. Maybe it's like, get back to reality. Get back to the basis of the situation. What is it that you actually desire, and fight for exactly what that is. Who is coming towards fire signs? Who's coming towards fire signs? Okay, someone from the past is coming to you, thinking about you. Okay. Could be an air sign. Okay, I'm actually. Okay, so the basis, your situation, there's of something. This is good. Something that doesn't serve you is gone now. Oops. Your challenge. Oh, I feel like she's very intuitive. Something Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like she's very graceful and elegant, and she gives only what she wishes to receive. So maybe there's a death of something, another energy that maybe you carried, and the challenge is to focus on this new, something new. And also, there's lots of growth because she's giving so much. So she's giving to all of these cups. They don't look full. She doesn't care. She is walking with it and she's choosing. I feel like she's elegantly, gracefully choosing to fill whatever it is. She's making decisions. The basis of your situation is the Nine of Cups in reverse. So something's come to fruition. You've maybe you had wishes. There were some spilt cups. But the basis of your situation is you don't see it like this anymore. You see it something else. You see it as not cups that are empty, but cups that should be filled. Cups that need to be filled. Huh. Okay, this makes sense. Lots of Five of Cups in your recent past. So, yeah, she is looking down at cups that are spilt. These cups, whatever goodness was in there, growth, the water that's in there, water is growth, but could be anything that was good just was spilt. And maybe she knocked them down. Uh, maybe she did this to herself, but she's not focusing on the fact that she's got two cups there that aren't knocked over. She's only looking and focusing on the fact that these cups are knocked over. And she's very sad, but she desires something. She desires to figure it out. She wants growth. She wants cups filled. And maybe she wants it for everyone. So I think just in the past you were very sad. But there's uh mistakes, but nothing detrimental in the long run. You could still follow the path. You still have growth. You still have beauty. There's still lots to come. This was in your past. Okay, so your strength is not needing to feel like, okay, so it was in reverse, like this. This is the Ten of Wands. She is holding her emotions close to her. Her desires, her passions, her dreams, she's holding them quite close to herself. So this is your strength. Your in reverse is the strength. maybe because you were in this place of just kind of feeling really stagnant and sad, almost depressed about the past, depressed about where you were going, like what you were really trying to get out of out of situations, what you were really trying to get out of life. And now your strength is that you you have more intimacy with yourself. You, even though you're like fire sign, you have this water type energy where, I mean, when you truly know yourself, you come to this great inner peace which causes you to listen to your soul and your heart, which causes you to feel more like you feel more for others, which brings out this intuition. So your strength is now that you've found this. And maybe you've suffered and you're not suffering anymore. You're no longer as closed off. So I feel like maybe this one, I'm just going to ask. Okay, what is your future like? I guess tomorrow and these. What is the near future like for fire signs? Okay, it's this. So, the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe coming to a realization that you have something, let me see. It's like people are wanting to know what this guy thinks, how he built something. He's like in charge, he's grown something, and they're all wondering, they're praising him. It's like he holds the key. So in the near future, this Ten of Pentacles, I feel like it's like you found this inner peace, such inner peace. And maybe the whole Gemini season has just put you in this state. Wow, I feel, maybe I just feel you guys so much because I have an Aries moon and I haven't even thought about the fact that this probably resonates with me so much. But yeah, we have what is this? Emperor? The Emperor. So he's really, I just see him as, he's so like, he's stern. He's like so fire like. This could be an Aries. This is the Aries card. I'm wondering. So we just take on this energy. Like this is now in the near future. I feel like this is now. This is like, see what. Okay, so there's a tower. The tower fell. Doing the earth, I felt like the earth side, I just felt so grounded, and now I just feel like I'm really warm. Like I feel really warm. Like really, really warm. There's lots of desire. By the way, this tower is a good thing. So we've got, cool, wow. So well, you need to focus on the fact that there's going to be a new growth, because when the tower comes, everything that does not serve you is not good for the foundation is now destroyed. Whatever foundation was built, it was built upon faulty foundation. It was not good enough to hold everything. It was not good enough to hold you up. Now everything is being rebuilt, and focus on that. You, I feel like the way others affect you is they're like this. They're so, maybe they're more calm, and you're just like not like that. You, I feel like this is also like a message. Like take deep breaths. need to tell myself that right now. I have like a clogged nose and stuff lately, so that's why it's hard to breathe through my nose, but I feel like just like this is a message. Like take deep breaths and just be with yourself. Then we have King of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is your outcome. So your outcome, he is very strong, she is very strong. Very masculine, feminine strength. Very masculine, feminine strength here as well. This is in your hopes and fears, this King of Cups. So maybe you're hoping that you'll stay here because maybe you feel this. You feel that you've gotten here. I don't think it will be easy to go back to there, so I don't think you need to worry. This shouldn't be a hopes and fears. This should be an outcome. Both of these should be outcomes. And maybe they truly are, but the way you see it is maybe you're always in lots of pain. I really think that you found emotions. You have found grace. Wow. Just like this. This is the card for everyone. Love. I felt this for everybody. The whole collective of everyone. It says, share your heart. To love another is the ultimate expression of grace. That's great. So that goes for loving yourself too. Okay. That was for you guys, fire signs. I'm going to do water. But to do water calls for lots of sage. And after all of that energy, we've got to clear it out. I feel like with water, and then depending on what else you have in your chart, I would love to do a reading where I go like Sun in Aries, Sun in Taurus, Sun in, and so on, and then like Moon in Aries, Moon in Taurus, Moon is like the messages for all of them. That would be super cool, and like you all comment what side you guys are, and that would be super cool. Okay, so we have a lot of sage going on here. This is one that I really want to grab because it's so light and like subtle, but at the same time, this is very intuitive. Helps you get in touch with your intuition. I also want to grab that. It's kind of like this. This one's chrysocollus, the goddess stone. But this one, I forget what it's called. I have no idea what it's called. But I feel like a very grounding. Maybe that's why I want to grab this because it reminds me of Earth, but it's very emotional, but good emotional. You know what I mean? And it's intuitive. It's of a high frequency, but it's very grounded. Maybe that's how you're all feeling right now. It's just like I just got the word complete. Complete. Just gonna shuffle a few times. Okay, first card is how you're feeling, second card is your advice, and third card is who's coming towards you. First card is how you're feeling, second card is your advice, and third card is who's coming towards you. First card, very intuitive, very intuitive. And the moon is behind her, lots of it is covered, but she sees through it. She doesn't have any intention to like dive in and see it because she doesn't have to. I feel like she's very intuitive, and that's how you feel. There is a sense of emotion here, but also the mind. This is very much related to the water signs, and this is water reading, but also there is a sense of air here, I feel as well. And there's also earth. We have all fire. Yeah, because I sense lots of desire. So, the advice. What's advice for Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio right now? What is the water sign advice? Advice for water signs. Okay. I'm seeing take care of yourself. Yeah. This one. Nurture yourself. Like I figured it out yesterday. He has his hand over top of his stomach, his colon. His hand is like his stomach crosses his. Sorry, his stomach crosses his stomach. His arm crosses his stomach, and his hand is sort of directed right over top of his colon. Everything starts with the gut. Whatever you put into your body goes into your bloodstream, and you feel it, and then it goes out in your sweat, out your feet, out your hands. Also goes into the brain, I feel, and he's got his hand on the money, the what he really wants. If money is what he wants, that's what his hand is on. You know what I mean? He is healing himself, but he's very patient while he does it. He's willing to put in the work, and he's not afraid because he knows that he's taking care of himself. So, wow, your advice is to take care of yourself and have the patience while doing so. Person that's coming towards you, wow, they both want to come. Someone who wants stability with you, someone who wants, like, either this could be a marriage, it could be a fellow Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but it could also be more fire. Someone with fire, and I see earth. Someone that wants stability with you. Wants to celebrate with you. This one also wanted to come out. Someone who, yeah, this person really sees you. It's this card, the Ten of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. This person really sees you as someone who's learned a lot and someone who has something to offer. Okay, now to get into the reading. Whoops. Okay. So this is our card. Okay, the situation. So maybe you're feeling like these 8 of Swords. It's like she's said a lot, she's done a lot, and she put in a lot of work. She put in a lot of effort. She communicated a lot. She did everything she was supposed to do, and she did it all with vulnerability. Very vulnerable. Okay. Very vulnerable. But it put her in this state of feeling trapped. She felt kind of trapped by this. She almost trapped herself, but she's not trapped. She can get out, but maybe she likes the way she feels. Maybe it brings her to a place that she remembers. So that's the situation. But your challenge is to keep going. If you're headed in a direction you don't like, to turn that horse around and go in a direction that suits your wings. Like your wings want to go somewhere. Your passion wants something. a certain direction. There's something. I feel like your challenge is to not get turned around by this. Don't, this would be a good thing, this place you're in. Maybe you see this. The basis of your situation is like, I feel like cutting through the bullshit. This is like the ace in reverse. Cutting through the bullshit. Like there won't be any. Lots of air here. Recent past we had this, so maybe you felt like triumph, you felt like victory, and maybe that wasn't it. Maybe it wasn't totally victory season yet. You still had something to acknowledge and it put you there. I definitely see that you came to a place where you really realized things. You really came into your power. And you didn't care about, it was like, whatever was in the background doesn't matter because I feel like you really see like right now. Okay. So your strength is the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So the strength is like you have a lot to offer. Your strength is how you are as a person. I'm getting like, don't underestimate yourself. Like exert your independence is something else I'm feeling. And your strength is helping others. I feel like you have like this really innate, powerful ability to help. Like, and part of your strength is caring about other people and helping them. Your strength is helping them without, it's like when someone asks you for something, asks for your help, there's no question, you just do it. I feel like it's a very strong trait that you have that people see about you. Near future, we have someone that wants to come. An air sign or somebody who takes on this energy. This is someone who is traveling based on it's like he's going down emotional lanes, she or he. I feel like in the near future, someone's going to come in and communicate with you. Okay, but you need to focus on the fact that you have lots of options. That's great. You have many options. And like I said in one of the other, forget which one it was, which element, but just because someone looks like glitter does not mean they're gold. Something can be glitter, but it might not be gold, even though it looks like glitter. It looks all shiny, but how others affect you. So the Six of Cups in reverse. How others affect you. I'm getting like a Cancer, like someone who's very helpful. Wow, and like after I said it, I realized I'm Pisces, and she's gonna watch this video with Twinkle Star. She's my best friend, and she's very helpful to me. She helps me a lot. But so maybe how others affect you in reverse. So I'm thinking like other people are growing. This is the first thing I thought about it. Other people are growing, and it's inspiring. Other people's growth, I feel too that when someone asks for help and wants your advice, it empowers you, and then when you ask for their advice, it empowers them. And seeing other people with their cups filled actually makes you feel like you want that. It doesn't put you down. It makes you want, and sixes are about getting something that you've been longing for. It's you putting lots of work in. Okay, hopes and fears is, so this refers to a new beginning, removing things that pained you, removing the swords from your gut, like all of the suffering, removing it. We're on a new page, new triumphant energy where we're going to remove all of this pain so it does not sit here anymore. We're not going to take it with us because we're on a new journey. So maybe you're hoping that, I don't see this so much as a hope or a fear, but more like what you're focusing on. I know that you should be focusing on this for sure, but this is just how you're feeling. I feel like this is your focus. This is you. Maybe you have lots of options coming. And so you're trying to remove whatever's a pain to you, whatever's wearing you down, not making you feel your best. This is stuff you have to work on. Like, this is stuff that you feel you need to work on so you can feel free. Free from pain, agony, whatever. And it's like he's removing something, all these swords, right? But this person's like, looks like dead. This person is like dead. So this could be him, and this person, but he is. I just had it. I don't know where it went. That was like perfect. It's almost like the death card. It's now gone. It's done. It's done with. It's like maybe you're removing it, but that person no longer exists. I think just like don't know what I'm saying right now and just like keep doing what you're doing. Your outcome could also be this. Okay, yeah, 10 of Cups in reverse. So you see all the cups. You see exactly it. And if not, you just really have your eye on the prize. You know exactly what you need. So there's no reason why you can't get it. Because if you know what you need, then you know what to ask for. You know, that's the start. Once you know what the problem is, once you know what the desire is, you're closer to getting it. You have sort of what you need, like the basis of what you need. And this Four of Pentacles talks about everything being stable. That, was it you or somebody else? Maybe it was somebody else. That's a tower moment. Sorry. Nothing in here isn't stable. Like everything about this guy, about what's around him, everything works with each other. Like everything is just stable. I feel like this is so good. I think like today you realize all of this. Like all of this in just like a day and a half. All of this realizations, I think in like a couple of days. It's like for all of this to happen. That's just like crazy. And then to end the day off with this, like that's so great. Cool. So that's your reading. So yeah, maybe I should. I feel like I told you guys about this, the love. I'm not sure if I did. Okay, so this is for everyone. I'll say it again because I honestly can't remember if I said it or not. But love, and it says, share your heart. To love another is the ultimate expression of grace. So, however that speaks to you, maybe it's just a reminder that There's just love all around you. Beautiful. Okay, well, thank you so much for tuning. Bye.